to 10 minutes. Please welcome Dr. Bill Starr.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
This is the second speech in a series that has been arranged by Mr. Bill Young, how to utilize PowerPoint to get the point across, to get your message across. What I'm going to do today, I'm going to show you how you can use PowerPoint for motivational speech. Now, most motivational speeches, when we think about it, we think about Wayne Sugar, Dan Porter, Dick Renee. They get up here and give the motivational speech without a PowerPoint. I'm going to show you how you can utilize the PowerPoint system in your motivational speeches. Most of the time we think that a PowerPoint is good to give a lot of technical information, statistics, graphs, and things like that. I won't use any of those. I'm just going to use the PowerPoint in a simple motivational speech. Now this idea that I have today is about why we need to change. Now all of us know that the world is constantly changing, evolving. Our mind, our body, society itself is constantly changing and evolving. We must change to meet these changes in our society and in our world. If we do not, we'll be left behind. Now there are many of us here who believe in those old adages that say, if it ain't broke, don't change it. Our parents did it that way, so why change it? I think it is time to consider, even embrace change. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to tell you first about what is changing, how the world is changing. I'm going to give you some examples of how it's changing for all of us. Then I'm going to show you some examples of people that have changed, and lastly I'm going to come back to the same thing, the same idea, why we should change. In 1983, an astrophysicist by the name of Gerald Hawkins wrote a book on mind steps to the cosmos. Now this had nothing to do with space or the cosmos, but it had everything to do with change and how our world was changing every day now so more than ever before. For example, in sociology, industry, technology, education, finance, communication, social media, and medicine. I can give you examples of how these are changing. Now, what Gerald Hawkins says is, he said, they're not just changing slowly in a linear fashion, they're now changing exponentially. And he called these exponential changes mind steps. And he defined that as a dramatic and irreversible change in the world views or paradigms. Dramatic and irreversible. Let's just look at that for a second. Let's look at communication. Now, the first two human beings probably communicated by grunts and sign language. And that progressed over centuries to the spoken word and the written word. It wasn't until the 15th century when we had a huge mind step, and that was the printing press. Everything went along pretty slowly in a linear fashion until the late 1800s, Alexander Graham Bell, telephone. Things went along slowly for a while until the 50s, and we had the television. A few years after the television, remember the computer, the machine? Remember the Commodore computer? Yeah. I saw that on Don's desk the other day. Well, after the computer came the internet. 20 years later, 1985, the 90s, the internet came following the computer, and it exploded. Our knowledge of the world and all of these areas has increased thousandfold. It's exponential. It's almost exponential on exponential. Let me give you some examples of that exponential change. More information was generated last year than in the previous 2,000 years. For students starting a 4-year technological career, by the time they reach the 4th year, the end of the 3rd year, half of what they learned in the first year is probably obsolete. Total number of text messages in the world in one day is equal to the total population of the earth, and that's 7.1 billion people. 20% of those were sent by Don the Pizza Man. So, change is coming. I have a quote from John F. Kennedy. What he said was, the world is changing. And if we choose to live in the present and the past, we will surely miss the future. I'm going to give you an example of a couple of people that have changed. Dick Renee. Now, Dick Renee was a great student in college. He was an excellent athlete, but he didn't stop there. He decided to go to military school, where he excelled. There at West Point, he became the captain of his group. He went into the military following that, and as most people that excelled do, he excelled in the military as a jet fighter pilot. And most people would have stopped there. He was moving up in rank, he had a job, he had going to have tenure, he was going to have a pension and all that. But he decided, no, that wasn't enough. I want to change. I want to do something different. So he went to law school. After practicing law for about 50 years now, he decided he wanted to change again. Well, what he did, he went back to school, got a degree, a master's in English literature from Cal State Channel Islands. Winston Churchill said, to improve is to change, but to be perfect is to change often. Now, he's not perfect, because he does own a cell phone. The problem is, he doesn't put batteries in it. How about another example? Bill Yim. After a successful career as an airport planner, he decided that wasn't enough. As a successful career as a master level 5 black belt and Taekwondo and Hapkido, he decided that wasn't enough. He went on to other martial arts, judo, jiu-jitsu, Aikido, and developed and gained belts in those areas also. But he still didn't want to stop. So what has he done lately? Lately, he decided to become a distinguished Toastmaster. We all know he has put extensive energy into achieving that goal. So, how about all of us? Everyone in this room wants to change. We want to change the way we speak. We want to change the way we think. We want to change the way we lead others. And that's why we joined this club, this organization. But it's not easy. It's not easy being here because we've had to change the way we do things. We've had to change our free time, adjust our agenda, change our schedules, do things differently, even change the way we work. Miss things at work, come in late to work, go work late. It's hard being here, and everybody, I think, understands it. But we do it because we want to change. We don't want to stay in the same road. There is no secret to change. There's no secret book that you can read. There is no book for dummies on how to change. It's just
Seriously?
hard work. So in conclusion, as Gerald Hawkins said, he said the world is constantly changing, evolving. Our minds, our bodies are constantly changing and evolving. We must change to meet these changes in our society, medicine, communication, everything. We must change, otherwise we will be left behind. John F. Kennedy said this. He said, the world is changing, and if we continue to live in the present and the past, we will surely miss the future. So I'm asking all of you, when you are driving down the highway of life, that road, that long road of all the off-ramps, when you see this come up in front of you, I hope that all of you will take this off-ramp and embrace